So just want to explain to you why, if you see these windows, why I paint over the glass as I am doing there. Well, you know, there's a couple of reasons. Probably the most important one is that I use water-based enamel, and with the water-based enamel, you've got to work very fast if you want to get a good, an acceptable finish, right? And this is my method of working fast to avoid having to sort of just cut in next to the glass and be very careful. This allows me to work very fast, and obviously you lose productivity by having to scrape it all off afterwards, but overall I think this method is still faster. And the second, and almost probably just as important, is that if you see here, like when you look at your windows, more than likely you will have little cracks and gaps between the glass and the glazing, so the putty or the glazing bead or whatever it is. These are metal windows, and especially when you're painting outside, painting the outsides of windows, it's very important to seal those little gaps and cracks to prevent water from getting in, and it looks better too, to be honest. And there's another reason why I do it this way. I could do masking, but again, with masking, I'm not sure how I'd be able to achieve this sort of, to fill these little cracks and whatnot. And at the end of, once you remove your masking tape, you would still need to tidy up the glass, and just putting the masking tape down, it takes probably as long as scraping, and especially because usually I do 2-coat jobs. This one was actually 3 coats because it is metal windows. They had a bit of exposed metal, and was going over old oil-based gloss, so I used a primer, an adhesion primer, and sort of a stain sealer as well. So when you're doing 3 coats, and then it's much faster to work this way. And but there's just got to make sure that you scrape the paint off before it goes too hard, and before it starts to, before it cures too far. Especially the primer here. It's a good adhesion primer, a smart prime, and it doesn't take long for it to stick well, even to glass. So you got to be aware of how long you can keep it on the glass before it's going to be really hard to remove. So just be aware of those things, and depends also on the temperatures. At the moment we're in the middle of winter and the glass is pretty cold, so the cold temperatures are coming through the glass, so the paint isn't adhering to the glass that well yet. So it's still all right. It shouldn't be too difficult to remove tomorrow. I just put on the top coats yesterday, so I'll give it another day while I'm painting the walls. And whenever you apply more than 1 coat, then I reckon this is probably more efficient than if you're just sort of trying to cut it in carefully. And also you get a better seal between the glass and the glazing. Alrighty, hope this helps. Have a good day. Bye.